fires it. Back in the end zone, it's good!
Welcome to the Springdale Bulldog pregame show here on Springdale Athletics Foundation Television. Dogs coming off an emotional 42-38 comeback win last week over Farmington. Coach Hobbs joins us as he always does, and Coach, a big win, a fun win, and something I've noticed about this team, they just don't quit.
They don't, and they get me scared because I don't know what it is about this team, but we always start behind, and I don't know if we play better that way or not, but no, it was a great game all the way through. Super proud of our kids, the way they continue to battle back, because there were times in that game it could have went one way or the other, especially right before half with that momentum, with the defensive touchdown for Farmington. And we just kind of used that as kind of motivation, ready to get back in the second half and get going. But our kids, we really needed that win. They needed it, and for the continued buy-in and the excitement, it was special on Friday.
Let's talk about the fourth quarter, because it was a roller coaster of a fourth quarter. Start with the stop on fourth down. It is fourth and 2 chain links, maybe. And Julian Arroyo, he gets in there, 1 yard loss. You guys get the football. What are you thinking at that point?
I'm thinking we're going to win the game because we knew we still had 3 timeouts, but on that third down, I knew it was going to be close. At first, I thought they might have gotten the first down. Anyways, it was 4th and inches. I knew we needed a big play. We're 100% selling out, obviously, on the run. We stacked up every inside gap, and Julian Arroyos did a great job as far as shooting the inside gap and beating his man across, and was able to make the play. And, I knew right then with the excitement and the way our offense had been playing, we hadn't punted all night long. I just had a great feeling that we were going to go down and score, in which we did. And, I was hoping that we didn't leave them too much time because, it had been a back and forth game, and luckily, we were able to make the plays at the end to get the victory.
400 yards rushing for this offense, I think, is probably what we're going to see going forward. 2 guys that had outstanding nights. Lodgkit ran for 157 yards, something like that. And then Noel Howard had over 100 yards as well, but the big run was the 20-yarder by Khalil Marks.
I've been telling Khalil all summer long, he's going to have a breakout year. And I think we're starting to see that. Noel has been a very good surprise for us. I think that he's just continued to get better and learn the offense since the Shiloh scrimmage. And then, of course, Lodgkit, as long as he secures that football, he's a load to bring down, and he wants to carry that thing every single time. And it's going to be a nightmare for those defenses because you can't really, pinpoint just or focus on one person whenever you've got 3 to 4 different guys that are able to run the football and run it well.
When Coach Johnson and I are watching this offense, one of the things that we talk about a lot are your wide receivers. And their contribution is more in the blocking game. Yeah. They are great downfield blockers, and they spring a lot of these long runs.
Yeah, in this offense, as a wide receiver, you've got to be unselfish. And, and that's what we're trying to get to as far as a team. Every position is so important, and you can see those downfield blocks, how important those are. And, I've been really proud of our wide receivers. They don't get much action right now as far as being able to throw the football, but I think as teams start preparing for us and getting more guys in the box, I think it will open up the passing game. And as you can see, I mean, we were 2 for 2, close for, I think, 100 yards or so. And those 2 pass plays were very critical times in the game, especially the last one to Vonnie Williams. I thought he was going to go all the way, but, it was a big game, especially down there in our red zone.
Talk about the offensive line a little bit. I mean, unsung heroes, we don't talk about them a lot, but they're kind of what makes this offense go.
I tell you, the offensive line, I've been so impressed with them, and I texted Coach Bray on Saturday and said, how impressed I am with them, and they're starting to get it. I mean, they're nasty. And if you're going to have a good, especially run game offensively, you're going to have to have a nasty O-line that gets after it and gets after people. And I'm telling you, especially Maurice Olvera, if anybody can just watch him for an entire game and watch what he does every single play, it's fun to watch, that's for sure.
I know as a defensive guy, it's got to be a lot of fun to watch 40 and 44. Lauder and Simpson back there, finally healthy, playing really well. They were big in the win on Friday night.
Oh, absolutely, and that's the biggest thing is if they both have had, some injuries and some setbacks, in their careers. And right now they're both healthy, and you can see when they are healthy how well they can play and how much how much our defense relies on those seniors and the guys that have a lot of experience. And of course, Michael Dickerson had a huge game. That's what we've been expecting from him, and it was good to see him come out and have a good one as well.
One of our favorite guys is a guy who's gotten an opportunity because of injury, and that's Ricky Balderas. He's not afraid, even at 145 pounds, to stick his nose in and knock somebody out.
No, you're exactly right. And Ricky, he's just one of those kids. He's the type of kid that he does everything right for us. He's always going to be there. You can always depend on him. And especially in the secondary, you have to have guys that you can trust back there. And he has done a great job, especially stepping in. I don't feel like we've really missed a beat. Jesse Aratrick stepped in.
Yeah, a couple big hits in the on
yes,
Friday
he
night.
did. And it was good to see him get back there and get some reps, because we're going to have to develop some depth as we get into conference and later down in the season.
I know you're excited to talk about tonight's game. We're going to do that on the other side of the break. You're watching the Springdale Bulldog pregame show on Springdale Athletics Foundation Television.
I'm Jason Jones, principal at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I am Paul Gray, principal at Harbor High School. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for students to compete in. I am Donald Tucker, president of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale School Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected.
If you want fast, easy, and affordable service, visit McClarty Daniel. Keep your vehicle running like new in our state-of-the-art service facilities. We know your time is valuable. Our factory-certified technicians with decades of experience will get you in and out and back on the road quickly. We service all makes and models at our 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale. Open 6 days a week.
Visit McClartydaniel.com to schedule your service appointment today.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Harps. Hometown fresh.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Welcome back to the Springdale Bulldog pregame show here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Kickoff's coming up here in just a little bit, but we're going to talk about tonight's opponent, the Conway Wampus Cats, a team that we're pretty familiar with. We've seen them a few times in the last couple of years. It's one of the best teams in the state. They knocked off Bentonville last week, 42-39.
Yeah, and I remember, the first year that I came in as the defense coordinator, and, we went to Conway and got the big win, and then they came back the next year and we won again. I think they are a different team this year and what they have been the past couple of years. Coming up or going to Bentonville and being able to play with them and beat them on the road just tells you what type of team they are. And we knew that they were going to be, a state title contender this year, as they went to the semifinals last year, and they have a lot of returning guys. And it's going to be a great challenge for us, but one that we're looking forward to, especially as we start getting ready for our conference play. And I think it'll kind of tell us where we are and where we need to be and where we hope to be going.
We had a chance to see them last year here at Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium, but they've had an off season that's been pretty interesting. Coach Pimple is now the athletics director here at Springdale, and they bring in Buck James, who's won 5 straight state titles over at Bryant. What have you noticed different or similar to what they did last year?
Well, with Coach Pimple, which I've known him, for a very long time, and know what he brings as far as a coach and how well he does preparing his teams and what a great coach he is. So I don't think that they've had to change much. Obviously, Buck James, just having him come over from Bryant and winning the previous 5 state championships, I think gives them a little bit of boost, a little bit of excitement. One thing I have noticed is, offensively, Conway, they've been traditionally just spread, and they play extremely fast. They're going to continue to play extremely fast, but one thing that I've noticed is, they've added a tight end or two into their offensive formations, and I think that's coming from Coach James and, for whatever reasons, but, possibly more protection in there for Donovan, their quarterback, or also helping with the run game.
And you mentioned Donovan Amolo. He is one of the better quarterbacks in the state. He's now a 3-year starter. We saw him here last year. He's kind of the thing that makes this go. He's sort of the linchpin in all of this.
Yeah, he is. He makes incredible reads, and one thing he does is, with the RPO game, he really rides that running back for a long time to really get those linebackers sucked down into the box to give them a bigger, clear window to throw it. So we've got to make sure and do a good job in the back end as far as reading our keys. He's just so smooth. He just, reminds me of an old Michael Vick. I mean, he's left-handed. He has a nice, quick release, really smooth ball, but also runs the ball extremely well. And when you have weapons all around as far as, a big physical offensive line, you've got multiple running backs that rotate in and out, and then you've got, your receivers. And then when you add that quarterback into the mix as far as, being able to make plays with his feet and his arm, it's going to present a huge challenge for our defense.
Now, defensively, you guys have 2 games on film. What are you expecting to see from them? They're a 4-down defense. They'll run the 4-2-5, things like that. Do you expect to see any change from them defensively?
I think what's funny is Coach Bray, our offense coordinator, and Conway's defense coordinator, they're best friends. They were both best men in each other's weddings. And, so they've been having a friendly, conversation back and forth all week long. And, so they kind of have a good understanding of, what they like to do. We're expecting them, a very similar game plan as Farmington, in my opinion. I think definitely a forefront. I think they'll have the Mike linebacker drop back, a little bit deeper and everything. Of course, there's going to be some wrinkles, and we have some wrinkles as well. And I think that's what's so great about this offense. The more that we, the more that we can learn and add on to each and every week is just going to make it that much harder for the defense.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. That's we noticed that the playbook had expanded a little bit against Farmington, and I anticipate that as we go on all year, you'll keep adding to the playbook, and by the end of the year, you'll have this whole thing in there. But it has become a very diverse offense where you're looking for the big play, and this is the kind of game with Conway certainly has depth and all the things that you want. But this is a game where you guys can we talk about body blows. This is just a body blows game, and hopefully in the fourth quarter you guys are close enough, and then you do what you did to Farmington, which is come back late.
Yes, and every team that we play, I mean, they're going to have to be disciplined and make sure they're doing their job. But the different looks that we give them, it changes some of those responsibilities for them, and especially if they haven't seen a certain formation or we've got definitely have some wrinkles this week. And one of the things when we met on Sunday is Conway's a team to where we're going to have to try and steal a cheap one if we can. And what I mean by that is with maybe some trickery or something like that. So I'm expecting or hoping that we can have a couple of those and maybe get some easy steals, easy touchdowns that way.
Coach and I noticed this when we were watching the game on Friday night. Do you notice the hands on the hips on the defense, and you can feel like the defense is starting to get tired? And I know Coach Bray gets all excited. Hey, this is why we do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And and our guys are taking pride in that. And I'm telling you, the way our offensive line comes off the ball, and then having to tackle Lodge Kid, or even if he doesn't have the ball, you're still going to have to make contact with him. And Lodge Kid's the type of running back where he enjoys that he's looking for that contact, so he's never going to get tired of it. But I know one thing, those defensive linemen and linebackers over and over and over, I mean, it takes a toll on you. And then when you get into the fourth quarter, like Khalil Marks, when he just wheels himself into the end zone, when they're tired, and it's harder to bring those guys down later in the game. I think exactly our offense is like that, and hopefully we can continue doing that throughout the year.
Well, Coach, best of luck tonight. Kickoff's coming up. Coach and I'll have it for you. You're watching the Springdale Bulldog pregame show on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Welcome to the 2023 Paper Football Championship. I'm Donald Tucker, the voice of the Harbor Wildcats.
And I'm Zach Arts, voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. This is the same game we played when we were in fourth grade. You're playing at 21. Touchdowns are worth 6 points, extra points worth 1 point. You'll flick to kick off. Typical rules, we've got coaches, we've got administrators, we've got everybody here. We're going to crown a champion this season. we're set for game number 5 in the 2023 International Paper Football Tournament Championship. This may be our most decorated game. We've got Coach Kenneth Chick, defensive coordinator at Springdale High School, rings aplenty when he was the defensive coordinator down at Greenwood. Then we've got newly anointed assistant athletics director Eric Burnett. He's got state championships, he's got players in the NBA, and now he's going for a paper football championship.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
Couldn't be higher. Could not be higher.
Does Chick know his boss? I mean, I feel like they've done this on purpose. Administrators and coaches. Like, who wants to win that game?
I will point out again that Shifty Steele Cooper set up these matchups. He knew what he was doing.
Smart. Here we go for the on-field coin toss.
Okay. Ready? Call it in the air.
Heads.
It is heads.
Heads it is.
Heads it is.
Good luck, sir.
Yes, sir.
Coach Burnett will do the kickoff. Start round 5. Interesting strategy. Touchdown, Chick. Right off the bat, sets the
Remind
tone.
you that Eric Burnett's put Jalen Williams and Isaiah Joe in the NBA. This may be foreign territory, paper football.
Oh, hits the
Hits
crossbar.
the crossbar and no good.
No good. 6
Wow.
Defensive coaches don't respect special teams.
No, they don't. Touchdown.
That comes right back.
Holy cow.
It's
Am I
gonna be
going this
interesting
way or
here.
this way? I'm going this way.
That is good.
They may have gone through the bar, but we're going to take it's now 7-6, Coach Burnett. These two have been sitting in the green room for a while. You wonder, did the nerves get to them a little
I
bit?
think they ate a lot of donuts.
Well, they took our donuts.
They did. Short. Oh,
We get the turnover.
change of possession.
Oh, he's going to the Fimple method.
Oh. To the 40. And he's going to come up short.
Interesting to see the contrast in styles here. That one comes up just short. Great overhead view from the blimp cam.
The Springdale Public Schools blimp cam.
That one's
Touchdown.
in. All right, so Chick jumps back out in front 12-7. All-important extra point.
Oh, I don't believe that's going to make it.
Fell off the tee.
Missed
Off
it
to
again.
the
Yeah, off to
side.
the right. These defensive
Wide right.
coaches just don't value special
No,
teams.
no, they don't appreciate a good kicker.
What a kickoff.
Down to the 30. Punches it in. Touchdown.
13-12.
What an answer.
That all-important
I
extra
need a
point.
miss right here, Burnett.
Goes.
Come on, we need a
Not
miss.
demonstrated.
Yeah.
It's no good. So we stay at 13-12.
Ugly and ineffective. All right, from the goal line. Nope. Too much.
Coach Chick starting to mutter to himself.
You can hear the fans talking to
you can.
themselves. Touch.
We're going to need a ruling on that.
Need a ruling
Is-
on that, Maverick.
Touchdown.
Wow.
All right, here we go. The extra point to
What
make
is
it
the score?
They
20
say
to
there is
12.
no excitement in paper football. This is for the win?
No, this is to make it 20 to 12.
Should be 19.
Oh,
And it's no good, so it stays at 19-12.
Here we go.
Chick, after a hot start, finds his offense sputtering.
it is sputtering.
It's great defense by Coach Burnett.
Yep, Burnett stops the attempt.
The long
Look at
snap.
this.
There it
At
is.
the 25.
It's in.
Touchdown!
Ball game. Admin wins again.
Welcome back to the 2023 International Universal Paper Football Championship. On the field now, we have Shannon Tisher And against her, we have Kendra Clay.
Yeah, I feel like some emails have gone back and forth, possibly a subpoena going out after this one. I'm looking forward to this.
There's going to be some
Now, we
interrogatories.
learned during the pregame that
Okay, ready?
Shannon Tischer used to play this back in her days in Fort Smith.
Right.
So maybe maybe a little bit of an advantage there, whichever way you want to go.
I win, so I go
You
first.
got to watch these attorneys. They're quiet.
They are. And
But they're very powerful.
Yes.
So it's going to be an interesting battle on the field.
We're already underway here as we join the action. And
Down to the 4. Kendra Clay using the one-finger method.
I kick off
That is
now.
going to be a change of possession.
it's an interesting strategy. We've seen the Fimple method, which is you stand up. That's new.
There we go. One finger down to the 8-yard line.
And
Touchdown.
good touchdown.
Tischer coming out strong. It's going to be interesting seeing her special teams.
Yeah, we saw in the last match, special
Oh.
teams huge. and
Denied.
It comes up big again, so it's 6-0.
It's going to be an important part of this game. Touchdown! Clay not being denied.
Okay, here we go.
This is one of our more friendly matchups. There's not a lot of staring, not a lot of
A lot of courteousness.
yes. We'll see what happens when it gets to the last score. We'll see who's got.
It's interesting that Clay is kicking the football backwards.
It's interesting.
Again, different strategies
Yes.
for different parts
Listen,
of the state.
I'm
We
not-
found that out.
Yeah, I'm just pointing it out. It's interesting.
So we're 6-6.
And highly unusual.
No, couldn't hang on. Couldn't get 2 feet in. She'll turn it
Wobbling
over.
it. 20.
Oh.
Nope.
You know, the
Couldn't get the
undervalued
roll.
part of this is the more you win, the more you get to stay, and you don't have to go back to work.
That's a great strategy. That's the strategy
That is-
behind the strategy.
Exactly. That's the motivation. Coach is looking for motivation. I don't want to go back to work. That one's in. Touchdown. Now, I'm just waiting for somebody to spike the football and get penalized. Oh, that one rolls
that
in off the crossbar.
Not very
and in.
good looking, but very effective.
It's 13-6.
I don't know if he was talking
Oh.
about me or
Almost
football.
pulled the
We
finger.
almost had a clinger.
A long way to go here.
Did
That
we
a-
miff?
Safety or
That was
something?
a myth, for sure.
Down to the 20.
A lot of friendly banter here.
There is.
It's somewhat off.
Touchdown!
Talking friendly, then scoring.
Is this for the win?
It's the Tim Duncan
What's the
approach.
score?
What's the
Good
score?
job. Almost.
Oh, we still got to keep.
I like
That one
Tischer's strategy was
shanked
to
the
move,
right.
move the kick up to the 50-yard line.
Come on.
Right. So it's
Very
19-6.
effective. That's a
I
very
didn't even
effective
notice.
strategy.
Attorneys, just got word that if Kendra loses, she'll be disbarred.
Touchdown!
And immediately comes right back.
I like how she rises up to the occasion.
Text from the Arkansas Bar Association. And all of a sudden,
Under review.
under review. Here we go.
Look
And it's good.
at it is good.
I got the football the right way that
I
time.
felt like Tischer was helping her because she had the goal at the 30.
Again, friendly competition.
They're so
Terrible.
polite to
I'm a
each other.
terrible kicker. Yes.
Touchdown, and there's your ball
Not
game.
that polite.
That's-
Tischer coming in.
Good
She's been
game.
consistent the whole game.
Experience the thrill of victory only on the Springdale Athletic Foundation YouTube channel. Football Friday nights.
On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Jared Cleveland, Principal Jason Jones, the staff, the students, and the alumni of Springdale High School, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this presentation of Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Hi again, everybody. Zach Arns, voice of the Bulldogs, broadcasting live from Conway, Arkansas for tonight's 7A contest between our Springdale Bulldogs and the Conway Wampus Cats. Tonight's pregame was brought to you by Springdale Athletic Foundation, Arkansas Children's Hospital, Core Architect, Engineering Services Incorporated, Ozarks Electric Cooperative, and our friends at PAM Transport. So tonight, Coach, big one coming up. You got the number 1 team in the state, the Conway Wampus Cats. You can see over here, they are 1-0 overall. We're 1-1. This is a high-scoring team. Beat Bentonville last week in a game that, quite frankly, shocked most of the state, got them to that number 1 ranking.
Exactly, and they actually jumped out. They were up 28-10 at some point, and so then Bentonville kind of came back and did some things. But, yeah, you know, you got Buck James coming from Bryant. Definitely a blue-collar, a guy that's going to be very disciplined. We know Coach Kelly, his offensive coordinator, is going to run it every 10 seconds. He's trying to snap the ball again.
There's contrast in styles tonight. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. For the Dogs on offense, not much in the change here. Guy to keep an eye on, Braden Connor and Hayden Brown talked to the coaches this week. They think they can throw it a little bit against this group. Noel Howard, Khalil Marks at the running back spots. They had big weeks last week, and of course the hammer is Latchkit Kanagaki.
Exactly. You know, you got these guys, and they've done a good job. They're starting to kind of do some things now. We just got to continue that process.
All right, let's take a look at the defense as they come up, and this is kind of where I think the balance of the game is going to be here. Is these guys up front? Julian Arroyo's had a huge week last week against Farmington. Alex Guevara. These are guys, and Zach Turner, these guys up front that's got to take control of the ball game for the Dogs.
Exactly, and Julian, he's getting better and better as each game goes. I'll tell you what, though, Connor is kind of the captain out there to me. He's the guy that gets them going, and he's on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that secondary is going to be under duress. This, like you mentioned, this team likes to go fast. This Conway team loves to go fast, and Amolo, the quarterback's one of the best in the state.
Yes, he's super, super talented young man, so it's going to be good that, you know, we get to face this opportunity, but at the same time, we got to be very focused in what we're doing and make sure we're in position.
Now, for Springdale, and talking with Coach Hobbs this week, I mean, they feel it's about them.
Right.
Especially on offense. You know, their best defense tonight is probably that offense.
Without question.
And you know, 6- and 7-minute drives, limiting possessions. Coaches talked all during the offseason about 12 possessions per game. That's what they're looking for, 6 per half, 3 per team. And they feel like if they can get a couple stops, you know, they got a chance to hang around with this team.
And you talked about the transition of play. On the other side of the field, you're looking at a team that wants to go every 10 seconds. So if they're not on the field, definitely falls into our favor.
Weather tonight, 82 degrees outside as we get ready for the coin toss here. 82 degrees. It's not as humid as it's been. It's warm, but it's certainly not what we faced the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, you can definitely tell.
Captains tonight for Springdale, Juan Marone, looks like Zach Turner, Michael Dickerson, and Big Terrence West are the captains tonight. Looks like Springdale has won the toss, and they're going to take the football first. So an interesting here for Springdale to take the football first.
Yeah, kind of what we talked about, though. Like you said, their best defense is having the ball. So I think that's without question why they took the ball, and hopefully they can come out and you know, get what they needed right off the bat.
Springdale got the monkey off their back. They hadn't won a non-conference game since 2020 when they beat Choctaw at Springdale. That kind of, you could feel the release of emotion.
No doubt.
Last Friday night and into the weekend, they really, you know, they felt good and they looked good this week. Everybody bought in. It's going to be a fun one here. This is the number 1 team in the state. This is a state title contender. Springdale comes in, just takes their shot.
That's right. And here's the thing: we have nothing to lose. We got everything to gain and get better. And that's what, you know, our kids need to understand. It. Our job is to get better. So we get ready for conference. We know what's going on.
Springdale coming out of the locker room here to our left. They're going to enter the field as soon as the band gets off the field. Been here all day long, man. It has been a very festive atmosphere here at Conway, and you know, they do it right here. They have a great facility here. Buck James is sort of, I think he's gotten them to the point, and, you know, and you can speak to this better than any of us. This is one of those teams where if you get it right, Conway can compete for a state title.
Without a question, you know. That's definitely, like I said, him coming from winning 5 state championships in a row. Those kids know that because that's the team they couldn't beat.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Now they've got their head coach that they had. They know what he can do. So for them to buy in's a lot quicker.
Yeah, and for Conway tonight, look, you're the newly minted number 1 team in the state. You're coming off a big win over Bentonville, an emotional win.
Right.
Had a chance they didn't play in week 1.
Right.
So they get an opportunity to take to take all of that in. Now, how do you react?
That's right.
And it was the same thing for Springdale, honestly, after the loss to Harrison. It was how do you react in your second game, and Springdale made huge strides. Now, I want to ask you just a couple of quick questions here about offense. I've been talking to the offensive coaches all week. How much more can you add in this week? I've heard some rumblings that there's going to be some tweaks to what they've been doing here the last couple of days.
And like I said, this offense kind of has versions that you can tweak it to, and it's got different tags that you can block here, block there. So, you know, those are things that I think personnel-wise, what we have that we can use. Our coaches do a super great job of making sure those little tweaks are done.
We are on the visitor side, so the wind is blowing literally from our backs across the field towards the press box, so towards the home side. It's 5-6 miles an hour, I think, is the most it's supposed to be tonight. It's a comfortable night.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And look, Springdale's in a position that they haven't been in a while,
Right.
which is with an opportunity, brimming with confidence, to take on a really good football team and take your best shot.
That's exactly right. And you talk about really good football team, but in an atmosphere like this too, this is good for our kids early on, because later on in the season, this type of game can play big dividends later on.
This series has been weird. Conway's won the last 3 games here by large margins. Springdale has won the last 3 games played in Springdale. So hopefully Springdale will break that trend. Back deep for the Dogs, Vonnie Williams, Khalil Marks. Major Mahar has it teed up for Conway, and we are about to get ourselves underway here. Glad to have you along here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Caesar and Alexi and Carlos all on hand. We are just as excited as you to get Friday Night Football underway here. A little delay here. We wait for the referees to get everything set here. We had a problem with the scoreboard. Somebody unplugged it during the pregame. They got that back up and running. Looks like we're ready to go. Mahar approaches the football, and we are underway. Vonnie going to take it at the 3. Vonnie Williams, 20-yard line. He's got room. 30-yard line. Vonnie makes a guy miss. 35 out past the 40-yard line. Springdale with good field position.
Great job. Great return. Great positive start right there for the Grid Dogs.
So Jack will bring him out. Vonnie, Khalil Marks, Noel Howard, and, of course, the hammer, Lodgkit, Kanagaki. They will be the running backs. They'll put the ball down at the 41-yard line. It's a 38-yard return. Vonnie's longest of the season. This is 1st and 10. Just underway here, first quarter. Looks like we got everything set. Play clock now rolling, and we are set for football here in Conway.
You know, those are, you talk about the tweaks and the look right there.
Yep.
They automatically made the adjustment there, kind of just see how they're going to line up, what they're going to give them.
10 seconds on the play clock. Kanagaki straight ahead. Going to get close to the 45-yard line. Give him 3, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Again, that right there, that's exactly what we're looking for tonight. You know, 3.5 yards, and keep the ball moving.
2nd down, 7. First play of the game, Lodgkit coming off a big night. He's got 256 yards on the season, 3 touchdowns. Talking with Coach Hobbs this week, this is what they were going to talk about. They're going to go slower this week. Try and keep that Conway offense off the field. 10 seconds on the play clock. Here's Jack. Another 3-yard pickup. Khalil Marks on the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd down. See where they mark it. Looks like they're going to put it down at about the 47, so we'll call it a 3-yard pickup. We'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Springdale converting 46% of 3rd downs so far on the season.
Big play right here for us early in the game. Big 3rd down conversion.
Just underway here, 10:45 to go in the first quarter. Springdale going to spread it out a little bit. Twin wide receivers to Jack Pounder's left. Howard in motion. Kanagaki straight ahead, and he's going to get maybe to the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and 2. So early decision here for Coach Hobbs, Coach Bray.
I think I know what he's going to do.
All right, looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. Wamarone's going to check in at the tight end spot. Landon Hahn going to come out. So this big play early here. 4th down. Line to make is the 49, just past the 49 of Conway. Kanagaki straight ahead, and he didn't get there. They're going to put it at the 50, and it's going to be 1st down Conway. So Springdale rolls the dice on 4th down, doesn't get there, and now Conway's going to take over.
You know, that's one of those plays there. You're inside that, kind of at that 4-yard mark for our offense. You got a team over there you want to keep off. I think it's a good play call right there. We just got to do a better job up front getting it, and I think we're okay.
Donovan Amolo is the quarterback for Conway. One of the better ones in the state. 384 yards total passing, 5 touchdowns. This is Amolo, the lefty, fires far side. Pass complete. It's going to be about a 10-yard pickup. Pass complete on the far side to Chris O'Neill.
Boy, you talk about fast. They're ready to go.
Oh, yeah. This team is hyper fast. This pass complete again. That's O'Neill. And he is loose in the secondary, and he's going to go in for a quick Conway touchdown, and it's 6-0 Conway.
That was a quick RPO there. He faked the zone right there and hit the inside number 3 receiver right across the middle. So
that's one of the things Coach talked about is they go so fast. It could take some time for our defense to sort of settle in.
Well, and two, not only that, just get used to the speed of the game.
Yeah.
It's hard to simulate that in practice.
Exactly. Mahar on to try the extra point. Kicks on the way. And good. So with 9:42 to go here in the first quarter, our score, Conway 7, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Hello and welcome. My name is Donald Tucker, and I'm the president of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Thank you for taking interest as we embark on an exciting chapter in our mission to support the Springdale Public School District Athletic Department. The Springdale Athletic Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that has been passionately working towards one goal for the past 12 years, raising funds for the Springdale Public School District Athletic Department. Every dollar we raise goes directly back into the foundation to help support the dreams and aspirations of our district's incredible students. Our commitment to the district's children is unwavering. We believe that athletics plays a
9:42 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. 41-yard touchdown pass from Donovan Amolo to Chris O'Neill gives Conway the lead. And, we were sitting here talking to you during the break. I mean, they play so fast. It could take Springdale a while just to kind of settle in as Mahar kicks off. He hits a knuckleball coming near side. That's going to go out of bounds. Springdale going to get a nice field position. Day fan. Good special teams play there.
Yep.
So Springdale get the ball with good field position again. And now, now you've had a series underneath your belt. You've controlled the football a little bit. Now you got to go. Execute.
That's right. That's one of those things where they just got to come out and execute. Do what they do. Not worry about what the other team do. What they do.
Second series. Khalil Marks, Noel Howard, the running backs. Kanagaki is the fullback. Hayden Brown, Braden Connor, the wide receivers. Of course, Jack Pounders, the quarterback. Across the front. Tough assignment for these guys tonight. This is a good defensive line that Conway has. 1st and 10 for Springdale. Jack gets the instructions here. 10 on the play clock. Jack finds Noel. Noel's got a little bit of room. 40-yard line. 45, first down. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. First down, Dogs.
Good job right there by Jack Reed.
12-yard pickup's going to be enough for the Springdale first down. Springdale gets their first down of the ball game. See Noel, good-looking young man there. Hey, 182 yards on the ground so far this season, 150 of that last week.
Good job there. It was a good read by Jack. Good pitch, good block outside on the perimeter.
So 1st and 10 for Springdale, ball at the 47-yard line. This is their second drive of the ball game. We'll look over to Coach Bray, get the instructions here. Springdale's goal here is take as much time off the clock and punch the ball in the end zone when you can. Here's Jack, finds Khalil, met at the 45-yard line, goes nowhere. It's going to be about a 1.5 yard loss, bring up second down.
Yeah, that's one of those where the block on the perimeter didn't get made, and that's what happens.
So second down. Talking to Coach Hobbs this week, he felt like they were going to see the same fronts that they saw from Farmington last week. Everything would be somewhat similar.
It looks a little different. Looks like a 4-front this week. So there are some tweaks to that too even.
So second down. Lost maybe a 0.5 yard. Lodge gets straight ahead. It's going to get into Wampus Cat territory down at the 47-yard. It's going to bring up third down and manageable.
That was a good read there. Looked like the midline right up the gut right there. And Lodge can get a great job. The safety didn't want any part, took his legs out from under.
So it'll bring up a third down. We'll call it 4. Line to makes the 43.
We've been here before. Same situation, kind of.
And you got to figure in a game like this for Springdale, this is everything's 4-down territory at this point.
Exactly.
You know,
especially when you get to the 50, it's got to be.
Yeah, it has to be. So 3rd down and 4. Clock running, 8:41 to go here in the first quarter. Glad to have you along here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Springdale's 3rd game of the year off next week, and then we'll start conference play 2 weeks from tonight against Rogers Heritage back at Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. Big down here for Springdale. Jack pitches to Noel, and he's going to be tackled back at the 49-yard line, and now you got that 4th down and probably a little bit more uncomfortable than they want.
Yeah, it looks like they're sending out their punt team this time. You know, that's a situation, too. I was going to mention, too, the slots have to block for each other. So if they can learn to block for each other, it's kind of pulling their own weight and holds each other accountable.
A.J. Woods in to kick, 30-yard average on the year. Didn't punt last week in the win over Farmington. Clock moving, 7:50 to go. Jacoby Wade back deep for Conway. He'll field it at the 19. Breaks 1 tackle. Now across the 30. He's going to get up close to the 40-yard line, and that's where Conway will start their 2nd possession.
You know, we did a good job on the coverage. You just can't miss that. You got to be able to, you know, come to balance, break down, and make that tackle right there.
So they're going to put it down at the 38. 19-yard return for Wade, and that will bring the Conway offense back onto the field. They scored 2 plays after the 4th down conversion, and Donovan Amolo is he's 3-year starter for them. This is a guy that's pretty accomplished as a starting quarterback. Mentioned 384 yards in the win over Bentonville, that 42-39 win, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He can run it a little bit.
Yep. You know, he's a kid that's probably seen just about everything at this point. You know, so he does a good job, and like you said, 3-year starter definitely makes a difference. Look like they're
not sure what the discussion is.
Looks like they're.
Well, I think the sticks are wrong.
Okay.
The ball should be at the 38-yard line, not the 43. Well, I don't know.
Holding.
Okay.
I thought I saw a flag. Okay. So they called a holding.
Okay, so that'll back Conway up. Yet there was some screaming about holds, and I didn't see a flag when it went down, but it looks like it's going to go against Conway. Springdale's going to catch a break here. They're going to push them back to the, we'll call it the 29-yard line.
Oh, they moved it again.
All right.
I'm not sure where they want to put
They're going to put it at the 33 now. Okay.
Now they're moving it back.
Are they really?
Well, we've seen some things happen in the few games that we've watched this year, Zach. We've seen a few things happen.
So now it's on the 30 or the 23. All right. So they mark it off from the 23 back to the 30, or the 33 back to the 23, and we play 1st down.
All right.
I think we got it now. 7:31 to go here in the first quarter. Glad you're along here on Springdale Athletics Foundation Television. He's Robert Johnson. I'm Zach Arns. Great play there by Springdale. Down at the bottom of that pile.
Guess who?
Yep, there's our guy, Julian Arroyos. He makes the tackle on Desmond Davidson. It's going to bring up 2nd down and long. And, you know, Springdale's been tough in running. It's been the pass completions which have been a bit of an issue here. Amolo fires, pass. You're going to call it complete?
They are.
They are at the 36-yard line.
You know, that's one of those things. He's so athletic. You got to stay with your guys, and it's hard to cover those guys for so long.
15-yard pickup out to the 36-yard line. And here comes Conway, going to go fast again. Amolo, hands to Davidson, knocked down. There's our guy again, Julian Arroyos.
Without his helmet. He's got to come out, so it looks like Guevara is going to come in for him so he can get his helmet adjusted.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd down and 7. Clock running, 6:45 to go here, first quarter. Amolo fakes, pass to O'Neal, knocked down at the 41-yard line. Great play there. Day Fan on the tackle.
Great
Springdale
job.
looks
Good
a little
read.
bit better on this series.
Well, like I said, you know, the speed of the game, it's hard to simulate in practice with the kids you've got. And, you know, when you're going against this high-powered offense, you just catching up to it.
3rd down and 4. This is Davidson straight ahead, and he ain't
Right
going to get
there.
there. No,
Great
sir.
job.
Middle of that Springdale defense stacks him up. It's going to bring up 4th down, and it's decision time here for Buck James. He may have lost a half yard on that.
Yeah, he did. It's going to be a good 4th and long 5. Looks like they may send out.
They're going to keep the offense on the field. Six minutes to go here in the first quarter. 4th down, and we'll call it 4. Davidson splits out to the right. They moved.
Now I think you'll see the punt team now. There you go. And I think that was one of those where they're just trying to get us maybe to make that adjustment, and they did it to themselves.
So Springdale, now it's 4th down and 10, and it looks like Mayhar's coming on to try the punt. Now Springdale, Farmington executed a fake punt last week. I'm sure Springdale was in punt alert. Khalil Marks will go back. This is the first time Conway has punted this year. Mayhar gets off kind of a tail dragger. Going to hit at the 35, take a Conway roll inside the 20-yard line, and I think Springdale will take that all day long.
You bet. That's a great stop by the defense.
Great stop by
right
Springdale.
there.
Yeah, it is. So Springdale's going to take over at the 20-yard line. 7-0 our score. 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. They, and we say this a lot. This is the number 1 team in the state. Springdale does not feel overwhelmed athletically.
Right.
I've been saying this all week to anybody that asks. It doesn't feel like they're overwhelmed.
No.
With this offense, it's going to take a minute.
Yeah.
But they're going to find a hole here. Coach Bray's really good at what he does. And when they find that hole, they will exploit it. 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Ball at the 20. Pounders will go under center.
And that's what I talked to the offensive coaches. They thought their line may shift a little bit like that, and they were talking about that. So they will start in one position and shift all the way over.
Play clock at 5. Jack. Khalil Marks going to lose 4.
Well, and here's the deal. And I know the offensive coaches well enough to know this. If that safety's coming downhill that fast, then the play action is going to be wide open.
So it's going to be 2nd down 14. And the coaches had talked a lot during the week about they thought there were going to be opportunities in the passing game. 2nd down 14. Springdale ran for 485 yards last week against Farmington. A little tougher this week against the number 1 team in the state. And we're going to get penalty. And this is the one thing that I know the coaches. This is the one thing I think the coaches all week had talked about. You got to eliminate the penalties. 11 of them last week.
And that's a play there where your motion, and it kind of gave away what you were going to do play action-wise, and now you kind of give their defense a chance to reset. And we got to pass at this point. It's 3rd and long, or second and long. Yeah. So you're kind of put yourself in a pickle on this one. So you just got to be smart right here and try to get some positive yards back to it.
Ball's at the 14-yard line. 2nd down. Line to reach is the 30. Jack will go under center. It's Howard in motion. Lodge gets straight ahead. He might get to the 15, and that's about it. It's going to be tough sledding in the middle of that Conway defense.
Is that they changed that? Is that Lodgkin?
Was it Orlana? Yeah, Ransell's checked in.
I think it was Orlana. He kind of snuck in there on us. I didn't see him check in myself, to be honest. 3rd and long here.
3rd and long, and I think this is one where you kind of play it safe.
I was going to say, you got to be smart right here.
Yeah, you don't want to give him an easy 7. Punt team getting ready down here. Defense getting ready. Let's see what Coach Bray has here on 3rd down and long. Jack pulls it and keeps it. Pounders. I'll tell you what,
he's a shoestring away from still running. Man,
it's 4th down and 2, and I think you got to think about it here. Here's Jack at 122 yards rushing at 119 against Harrison. Really didn't run it that much. It's 4th down and 1, guys, and I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think this may be try to catch them off guard here and see how disciplined they are. Of course, a team like that's usually pretty disciplined, but at the same time, their offense did the same thing a while ago.
First carry of the game goes 14 yards, and now it's 4th down and 1. Springdale got stopped on their last 4th down try. This one just a yard. 11 guys in the box. They get them to jump, and they're going to call offsides against Conway.
The defense, yeah.
Yep, sure did.
Sure.
So Springdale get the 1st down. And I'll ask you now, I mean, they're putting 11 guys in the box.
I was going to say, they've got everybody up. So at some point, like you said, the play action's going to be there.
It's got to be there. So first down 10, 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. Springdale kind of hanging around here.
I was going to say, you know, they're doing what they need to. They're using the clock. They're moving the ball, being patient, and that's what they got to do.
Play clock's at 4. They're going to have to call a timeout here. And they did. They called the timeout. So with 2:35 to go here in the first quarter, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Hi, this is Zach Arns, the voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. Are you looking for a new career? Would you like to become a professional truck driver? The CDL Training School in Tawnytown, Arkansas is now opened and accepting new students. You can earn your CDL in just 3 short weeks with employment after you finish school, and PAM Transport will cover your tuition. You will train in the same equipment you will drive once you earn your CDL. Plus, students also receive a $100 weekly stipend during training. Don't wait another minute. Call PAM Transport today. 888-498-2549. That's 888-498-2549. 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. Springdale's got the ball first and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line. Jack will bring the offense out. Rancel Orellana's in at the fullback spot. Noel Howard, Khalil Marks, the running backs. You know, you talked about it. Now they've sort of backed off here.
Right.
You know, crowd in the box and all of that stuff. Going to play safeties at 10 yards, now 8 yards.
Yeah, earlier they were inside the 6-yard line mark.
Jack pulls it, turns north. He's going to get maybe a yard out of that. Now they're going to give him 2 up to the 46.
Yeah, he kind of lost his balance a little bit. He was going to make a cut inside and then tried to jump it back outside. Just kind of threw himself off balance.
Check that 36-yard line. So 2-yard pickup.
It's positive yards.
It's like, you know, Coach Bray says it, man. As long as you're falling forward, we're going to be okay.
That's right. That's right.
7-0 our score.
This is definitely the offense. You don't want to be behind the sticks. As long as you're within those sticks, we got a chance.
Clock running as we go under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Jack pulls it again. Now gets north. Jack across the 40-yard line. You know what? Brings up 3rd and manageable.
Yeah.
And this may be, you know, Jack didn't run it a ton against Farmington. This may be the game plan that he's going to have to carry it a little bit more.
Exactly. And if you notice, this kind of offense, it's that way. It's kind of a different person, and it may end up being that way.
You just got to figure out which guy they're not accounting for.
Exactly. And that's what you kind of do the first couple of series maybe is you're just figuring out what you need to tweak and who it's going to be.
3rd down 4. Springdale 0 for 3 on 3rd downs. They are 1 out of 2 on 3rd downs. This is a big one right here just to keep control of the football here as we approach a minute to go. It's Khalil in motion. Rancel straight ahead.
He's going to be 4th and 1 again.
Yep. Ball came loose, but they're going to blow it dead. Looks like, yeah, they're going to – I didn't think Rancel got past the 42, but it looks like they're going to give him the 40.
Almost 43.
Almost the 43.
I mean, it's going to be 4th and really short.
Yeah, Springdale gets a favorable spot there. And it's going to be 4th and, I mean, maybe, yeah, we'll call it a yard.
You know, we got about 40 seconds left of this quarter here, so this is big right here. We can go.
Yeah, it is. Straight ahead. Kanagaki's got it at the 45-yard line. 1st down Dogs.
Well, I'll tell you what, that middle linebacker, number 6, is doing a really, really good job of running downhill.
Yeah, he is.
And I'll tell you what, though, he hit Lotchkin that play right there and kind of shook his head, and I'm not so sure he expected that big of a collision on the other end of it. So
the Dogs moved the chains, and I think they're going to be content to let this run out. They sure are.
Hey, here's the good thing, too. Not only are we keeping their offense off, but it changes their momentum because that's not what they want to do.
15 plays for Springdale in the first half, 7 for Conway. That's the end of the first quarter. Our score after 12 minutes. Conway 7, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. We start the second quarter, 7-0 our score. Springdale has the football, 1st and 10, ball at the 45-yard line. You know, we were talking during the break. I think coming out of the first quarter, 7-0, you're exactly where you want to be.
Exactly, no doubt about that. Because now you've kind of you're keeping their offense off the field.
Yep.
You're creating their defense is having to slow down. They're waiting. Where our offense is being patient. They're doing what they want to do. They got the 3rd and long. Jack went for 14, gave us a chance to get the first down. We got it.
And they are coming downhill fast.
Yes.
The pass is going to be there at some point.
Exactly.
It's just when do you call it?
Exactly. Well, and I think what they're going to do is they're going to watch that defense, and as they creep up, they're going to look at it, and then they'll get ready for it.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 45. Glad to have you along here from Conway, Arkansas, home of the Wampus Cats, the newly minted #1 team in the state. They're getting everything they want from Springdale tonight. Jack Pounders will go under center. Jack pulls it, finds Noel. Noel trying to get to the outside, cross the 45-yard line. It's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards. Good play there on Noel's second carry of the ball game.
Yep, and that was one of those where actually the receiver should have probably blocked him out, but Noel made a wiggle inside, bounced it to the outside, and did a good job getting 4 yards right there.
There you go. So, again, Springdale wants 3.5 yards on every play.
Yep.
And that certainly qualifies there. So we'll bring up 2nd down. We'll call it 6. The line to reach is just inside the 45 of Conway. Pounders will go under center. Marks in motion. Jack going to throw. He's got Noel. Boy, if he just waited half a second, he had him.
He sure did.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Got a little antsy there.
You know, that's one of those things too. When you run the ball so much, and when you do pass the ball, you got to be patient. You got to make those plays.
That's the play. They hit Farmington for 31, and now it brings up a 3rd down. And this feels like if you can get 4 or 5 here,
you got another chance.
Yeah, you got another chance.
That's right. I agree.
Haven't seen the toss sweep, the rocket sweep yet.
No.
I think Conway is. They're selling out to stop that, make Springdale go north and south. It's Marks in motion. Jack. Straight ahead to Lodgkit, and he's going to get to the 46-yard line, and it's going to give Springdale another opportunity.
Well, I thought he was a little bit further than that, and they kind of held him back. I thought
they're going to put him at the 47, so.
I thought he went a little bit further.
Still manageable. It's going to be 4th down, and the line, again, it's probably 2.25 yards. Sounds good.
Yeah, they got those guys, and they're pinching in hard.
Boy, they are close. Jack straight ahead. Lodgkit's not going to get there.
Yep.
And Springdale's going to have to send the defense out. Winds up being a 1-yard pickup, and you're going to hand the ball back to this high-powered Conway offense with 11-12 to go here in the half. And all right, you've seen a quarter of this. You know, what's going through your head?
Well, I'm thinking right now they're going to probably go big play.
Yep.
You know, and they've been sitting on the side. That's right. They've been sitting on the sideline. They want to get big play because they're used to scoring a lot of points, and that's what they're going to want to do.
And being out there a bunch. So.
And that's another thing that kind of falls into your hands a little bit. Maybe if you can be patient, you know. They actually.
That's Desmond Davidson again, and Springdale's done a nice job against the run game. It's a 2-yard pickup up to the 48-yard line.
Get ready.
Yeah, they're going to take a shot here sooner or later. There's the RPO. That pass caught.
Wow.
It's Chris O'Neill again into Springdale territory down at the 36.
You talk about the quarterback. I don't know how he threw that right through. I mean, it was like he just kind of flipped it right across through people's heads almost.
They snap the ball. Pump fake. Look at Arroyo. That's Brandon Lauder giving them chase. Now we've got a flag down in the backfield. That pass incomplete, so we've got a lot to sort out here. Good play by Brandon Lauder to blow up the tackle. Julian Arroyos and Brandon in pursuit.
Yep.
Incomplete pass. Good play over there by Braden Connor on the defense.
So now you got to. If the hold's back here, then you go 10 yards past where that hold is right there. So I think you got to take that.
You know, we've come down here in the past, and Springdale has just seemed overwhelmed.
Right.
That is not the case here tonight.
Right.
This Springdale team is playing hard here. 10:42 to go in the half. 7-0. Sort out the penalty here. Yep, it's going to be against Conway, so we'll mark that off. And you can start to, I mean, you almost feel like Springdale's playing with a lot of confidence right now. I'm going to put it on the 46.
Yeah, that's
it's a 10-yard penalty.
The rules that they move it to the line of scrimmage and back it up. So draw.
Yep, there's a draw.
Just make a play.
Yep, Michael Dickerson with the tackle at the 44, so it's going to wind up being just a couple-yard gain. It's Henderson on the carry, and again, Springdale just kind of making life difficult for the number 1 team in the state.
You know, this is where they kind of start getting frustrated at themselves, and that's a good thing.
Second down, first down line's at 25. Amolo with time. Now Jacob giving chase.
Looks like
Amolo,
we got some more flags down.
Yep, we got flags down. Pass incomplete.
Again, I think you see the frustration on their side. And it's, you know, they think, too, they're number 1 in the state. They ought to be coming out just
you wonder how, I mean, look, these kids are 16, 17, 18 years old. How do you handle,
That's right.
how do you handle all of your success?
That's right. And that's something, like you said, they're kids.
All right, so Springdale's going to decline the penalty and take the play. And it's going to bring up third down.
And about 16,
Line
16,
to make to
17.
26, ball's at the 43, so 17 yards. Third down, 17.
You know, here's something where just be smart, because I think either way they're going to probably go for it.
Yeah.
This is 2-down territory for them at this point.
Third and 17. Springdale showed blitz on that. Now Davidson will switch sides. Namolo in the shotgun. Namolo, the lefty, will throw. Springdale blitzes. Now they get pressure.
Oh, no.
He's got a guy wide open at the 15-yard line. It's Jackson in for the touchdown, and just a bust in coverage.
Yeah, you know, and that's a situation where when you got an athlete at quarterback like you do for Conway, the secondary is going to have to do a really, really good job of staying with those guys.
Jackson Anderson with a 43-yard touchdown reception, and now it's 13-0. And Springdale, I don't think, feels like they're out of this in any way, shape, or form. I feel like they probably feel like they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times.
Yeah, there's no doubt they did. I'm kind of watching the Coach Chick down here talking to one of the players. I think it's Connor there, just trying to get some things corrected, because I know Connor's out there. He's kind of that captain for them to make sure they do get set up. And that time we had the break.
All right, Mayhar hits the extra point. 14-0 in our score. 10:03 to go in the half. We'll be right back. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Nothing our score. 10:03 to go in the half. Day fan, Khalil Marks, Vonnie Williams back deep. Vonnie had a 38-yard return in the first quarter.
And then the second time they kicked, they didn't even kick it to him. Did you notice that?
No, they did not.
They definitely went away.
Major Mayhar has it teed up. Springdale going to get the football here for the fourth time, and boy, they need to score. Kind of stem the tide here a little bit. This one going to go far side. Day going to catch it at the 10. This is Day fan. He's in trouble back at the 13-yard line, and down he goes.
Yeah, that's a situation where, you know, on a kickoff return, it's hard to tell those kids, but you just got to run full speed and keep moving. And when he tried to cut back, that's real hard for those guys to do that.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the 13, so a 3-yard return. And now Springdale kind of backed up in their own territory, but you know the way they play offense, this isn't really a big deal.
No. I think this is our deepest start so far, isn't it?
It is. So Jack will bring the offense out. Lodge gets in with Khalil Marks and Noel Howard.
They only have 10 on the field defensively. Let's go. Run it.
And they're going to call the timeout.
Yeah. I thought they only had 3 up front.
Conway calls the timeout. 9:58 to go in the half. We'll be right back. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Springdale's got the football, 1st and 10. Glad to have you along here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Dogs in a little bit of a hole here, but, you know, they've been in a hole before. 14 points does not seem to bother this team at all. Right. You know, the team they're playing is a little bit different.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, we had 3rd and 15. Jack went 14.
Yep, they don't get phased by this. Jack will bring the offense out. They just got to start to get a little bit more consistent here.
Exactly.
Springdale has run for 59 yards
You know, I think that's part of the buy-in too. When you change an offense and you run it like this, buy-in's huge, and I think they're starting to see that, and I think that's what's paying off for us. You talking about, you know, they don't feel like they're in a hole right here. Just do what we do.
1st and 10 for Springdale. Ball at the 13-yard line. Going out of the eye. This is Rancel Orellana. He's going to get.
Looks like
he's going to give him the 19-yard line. Yeah.
Look where we're at. They gave us quite a bit.
Yeah, they gave him almost 6. And this is something that you know is a little bit different. It kind of pulls him out of that bone a little bit.
That's that tweak you were talking about.
Yeah, and you know, in talking with some of the Conway coaches, this is what they feared. Was once Coach Bray kind of figured out what they were going to do, they had all of these things that they could go to.
Well, here's what it does. It takes that motion out. Because when you go to that motion, it kind of sways them to go to one side. But now that
they're in the eye again. Here's Orellana. This one, he's stacked up. Maybe no gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think right here, Coach Bray may go back to regular offense right here. You know, got 3rd and about, 5, 6?
Yeah, 3rd and
no gain there.
4.5, something like that. The line to make is just shy of the 25-yard line. They're going to stay in the eye.
You got to hurry.
Play clock down to 4. Jack on the option. Breaks a tackle. Jack going to be real close to the 1st down. Let's see where they spot it.
I think they're going
to give it to him.
Good job. Jack was able to run through an arm tackle, and I think they.
I recognize that play. We used to call that 77 speed. That's just that's an option with 2 lead blockers.
Yep. And Jack was able to run through an arm tackle right there.
Did they not give? Yeah, okay, they gave it to him.
Yeah, they got it.
So it's 1st down and 10. Springdale controlling time of possession here. Play count for Springdale right now, 22 plays. Conway with just 12.
Yep. You know, and that's one of the things you definitely want the possession in your favor.
1st and 10. Jack pitches. Khalil across the 25-yard line is going to roll forward to the 29, and that's exactly what Springdale wants.
Yep. You know, and that's one of those situations there. They're going to get tackled. They're just waiting. They're waiting for the spring, the one big play, and they're going to draw that safety up, draw the linebacker up, and hit them here for a
5-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd down and 5. Springdale well in their comfort zone right now with the clock running. 7:39 to go in the 1st half. 14-0 our score. And look, if Springdale couldn't have drawn it up any better than this. There's a couple of years we came down here, it was 35-0 after the 1st quarter.
Exactly.
This is exactly what Springdale wants.
That's right.
Jack pitching wide, and Noel's going to be
safety.
Yep.
That's safety, and they've got him back at about 6 yards for that one reason. And that's why they've got him back there. So
it's going to be a 4-yard loss back to the 25, and now Springdale behind the sticks, going to face a 3rd down and 9.
And here's what I know about the offense. You've got Coach Hahn. He's watching from up top. Coach Bray's downstairs, and those are 2 great option guys, and our kids are super lucky to have that.
Let's see what Springdale comes up with. Clock running. 6:45 to go. Play clock's at 5. Springdale going to have to hurry here. Pitch it to Khalil. He's got room. Khalil marks. We got a flag now.
They're going to call us for holding.
Yeah, they are. Khalil's going to get out to the 40-yard line, but the hold is going to bring that one back.
Wow. And that was the counter option that time. They'd been flowing with the motion. They went with the twirl motion that time and went back to the counter option. And man, it was there. You betcha it was there. Man.
Let's see where they mark it off from.
This is that thing you were talking about too. You know, in the past, we've had these situations, and our kids kind of don't handle these things very well. But you know, this kind of adversity, for some reason, our kids kind of. We just settle in and run our offense.
3rd down and 20. Line to make is the 34. Ball sitting at the 14, call it the 15-yard line. So 3rd down, 19. Clock running, 6:10 to go. They go straight ahead. Lodge Kid for just a couple, and Springdale's going to have to punt.
Yeah. Boy, I'm sitting there watching that safety sit right in the middle. He's at about 7 yards, and he is, when the flow goes with that motion, he is over the top, and I think that's why they're trying to hit Lodgkin underneath of that. If he ever breaks that first level, there's nobody going to be there.
Jacoby Wade back deep. A.J. Woods going to come in to punt. Gets the kick away, and he shanked it. This one's going to hit at the 37. It's going to take a nice Springdale roll, but Conway's going to have good field position at about the 46-yard line.
Yep. You know, we took some time off the clock. We ran the counter option. We had the first down. We just got a hold on us there. You know, really, we're doing what we need to do, and offensively, we've kind of done what we wanted to do. Really, we kind of shot, like you said earlier, we shot ourselves in the foot.
5:29 to go in the half. Amolo brings the offense out. Davidson's the running back. Springdale defense come up big in spots like this all season long. Here's Davidson straight ahead, and we've got
motion
on.
Boy, I tell you
Conway.
what, they just kind of seem to be out of sync, and again, I think that's from being on the sideline. They're used to just going, and they're having to sit back and wait and be patient, and they're not used to that.
You know, in Springdale, I mean, look, on the last touchdown, Springdale had 3rd and 17.
You're right.
And, you know, just a busted play, and I mean, those things happen, but Springdale has given this team fits. Here's Davidson. He turns north, and Lauder's there. Michael Dickerson as well, a couple of yards down to the 45-yard line. That's that Wake Forest mesh thing.
Yeah, do you see the walk, how they kind of walk? It's like a hold, freeze, draw type. There it is
Second and
again.
11.
There it
Here's
is
Davidson.
again.
He's going to get close to first down yardage. Looks like they're going to mark him down
Short.
at the 38.
Yep. Boy, they're snapping it within right at 9 to 10 seconds, Zach. They're really same exact play there.
Davidson again. He's going to get the first down, not by much. He's going to have just enough to get the first down.
That's that play. They're looking for the RPO off of that. So if you hold, that's what they're seeing. He's walking. If they're going to cover the route, then they're going to give it. If they come up, they're going to throw the RPO off of it.
Same play. That's Henderson on the carry. A couple of yards down to the 31. 2-yard pickup. And Springdale's done all right here in the run game.
Oh, there
it is again. Nothing there. Middle of that Springdale defense. Look,
good job right there.
Dogs are giving this team everything they want right now.
You bet. That was a great job by the linebacker.
3rd down, 7 yards to go. Ball at the 30-yard line. Amolo in the shotgun.
Oh, man.
We've got a flag down.
I think that was our fast motor running guy. He just got a little antsy that time, yeah. Arroyo's got a little excited there.
4:06 to go here in the
3rd
half.
and short right there.
3rd and short for Conway. Conway 2 out of 3 on 3rd down so far. Olo in the shotgun, Henderson alongside. Henderson. He didn't get there. He didn't get there.
Got it.
It's going to be close. Now they're going to mark him down at the 24.
Sure is. They're going to bring in 3 new guys here. Looks like they got a power package coming in.
Davidson,
personnel-wise.
Davidson's the bigger of the 2 backs.
Yeah. Little counter action there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
he fell across. We'll see.
The second effort, I think, is going to get him. Let's see where they put this thing down. Yep, they're going to give him the first down at the 23-yard line.
I think that second effort.
It'll be enough, and now they snap it again. Here's a little reverse, and Springdale's there. O'Neal on the pitch. That's your guy, Braden Connor.
I'm telling you now, if he's on the field, they've done defensively. They've done a really good job.
They really have. I mean, this is a very
down.
Yeah, we got one down. And 3:07 to go in the half. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. 3:07 to go here in the half. Conway has the football on the 23-yard line. 2nd down and 10. And look, Springdale is one play away from making this thing really uncomfortable for Conway.
I agree 100%.
Amolo in the shotgun. Davidson alongside. Amolo will throw. Amolo with plenty of time. Fires down the middle. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown. Jackson Anderson with his 2nd touchdown reception of the ball game. Now Springdale, they got their work cut out for him.
Yep. You know, that's a situation there. You just had the crossing route come across the middle. The outside guy came in, the inside guy went out, and you just got to stay with him.
20-0 as Major Mahar comes on to try the extra point. Mahar's kick's on the way. And good. So our new score with 3:02 to go in the half. Conway 21, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Accidents are never planned. But no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
3:02 to go in the half, and we talk about the woulda, coulda, shoulda. Springdale's had opportunities here. Then a long run here, holding penalty brings that. Had Noel in the flat. If you hang on to it a second longer, it's a big play. But these are things that young teams do.
Right.
Learning a new offense against a very quality opponent, but I don't think you can't complain about effort. I mean, they are in there competing as hard as they can, and they're giving this Conway team fits.
Yeah, they're doing. I think they're doing what they need to do. Like you said, got the hold. You got a couple of little things they get corrected, and against anybody else, it's a different ball game.
Day at the 9. Now he's losing ground. He's going to go down at the 13, and
again, that's one of those situations. Just get what you can and get your yardage. And against teams like this, is not going back or trying to reverse field is hard to do.
You're not going to outrun these guys.
No.
I think we've established that. But let's see where they mark this thing down. Looks like they put it at the 9, so it's a 0-yard return. And now Springdale backed up in their own end. 2:54 to go in the half, and Springdale just in need of a big play here.
Yeah, they definitely need something big here.
Jack pulls it. He's going to turn north. Pounders got room. Jack across the 25-yard line, 1st down Springdale.
Well, you called it. There's your. They're gonna take the pitch. They're gonna take the toss, but Jack did a good job reading right there.
And you can't account for all of them. It's a 19-yard pickup. Check that 21-yard pickup for Jack. It's 1st down Springdale. Clock now running, 2:40 to go. Springdale, my math is right, has all of their timeouts. Check that they've got 2.
Right. I'm starting to see some defensive linemen stand tall, get tired, and that's what you want to see.
Lodgkit not going to get much straight ahead. Conway's going to get the football first in the second half, so this is a very important drive for Springdale.
Boy, it'd be nice if we could punch one in right here. That definitely, right now may be a good play action pass.
Absolutely.
Maybe. They got what they need. And I noticed they've got a different linebacker. Middle linebacker is different right now. So they are getting tired.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Springdale with the football. And we've got whistles, and Springdale's going to call the timeout. So we'll take the timeout with them. 1:46 to go in the half. 21-0 our score. We'll be right back. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Goodbye, guessing. Hello, confidence. So long, stress. Hello, security. Farewell, running to the bank. Hello, banking from anywhere. Get a quick view of your balance, lock lost debit cards, and quickly deposit checks anywhere, anytime with the highly rated Arvest Go mobile app from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
1:46 to go in the half. Springdale trails by 3 touchdowns. They do have the football. It is 2nd down. We'll call it 10. So, all right, Coach, walk me through this here. You got 1 timeout left.
Right. I think your play action at some point's got to come just to kind of get a chunk play maybe.
Yep.
And
you mentioned it, a new cast of characters on the field for Conway. Springdale's play count right now at 27 here in the first half. Second down 10. Lodge get the fullback. Here's Khalil. Not much there, and it's going to bring up a third down and long.
that time they backed their linebacker up even further. It's almost like they're playing him in center field, and whenever they pitch, he's just going to that side now. He's just picking a side. Looks like they've called timeout.
They've called a timeout here, so we'll hold it and talk this through here.
Well, you know why they called the timeout.
Yeah, because they want the football back,
You
and
bet.
they're going to try and score quickly.
They want a 2-for-1.
Sure they do. Yeah, and they've dominated here in the second half. They got 2 touchdowns on broken plays. It's been one of those things where Amolo's had time.
Yeah.
And they've gotten the guy loose in the secondary. Springdale is just hanging in there, and they're playing hard. It's just, it's 1 or 2 mistakes against a really good football team. You just can't do that against teams like this.
And at some point, they got to try to put some pressure. I know he's a super great athlete at quarterback, but I think if you put pressure, he can't just sit in the pocket.
Yeah, he's a pass first guy.
Right.
Despite all the athleticism, and you think he wants to run so much, he doesn't. He wants to, he runs to pass.
Right.
He gets outside the pocket, and then that's when he becomes extra dangerous.
Exactly.
Is on those off-script plays, but.
That's what athletes do.
Yep. So here's Springdale, 3rd down and 10.
I think this is a key play right here. If we can get our yardage that we need, possibly get a chance to get that first down.
Yeah.
You notice they're backed up a little bit.
Yeah,
they're not as tight because they know too.
Jack going to pull it. And he's not even going to get to the 30. It's going to be 4th down. And
yeah, you got a punt here.
Yeah, you do. So Conway going to call the timeout. We'll take the timeout with him. 1:35 to go here in the half. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Food that is fresh, full of flavor, and all for a good cause can only come from Tacos for Life in Springdale. Enjoy delicious tacos for a cause. When you buy a meal, Tacos for Life donates the proceeds to provide a meal to starving children. Download the Tacos for Life app for ongoing promotions and free food for our friends right here in Springdale. Great food for a great cause. Tacos for Life, 1210 JTL Parkway in Springdale.
So it's 4th down and 10. A.J. Woods in to kick.
We need a good roll right here. Don't kick it to him. Back it up. Let it roll and get some time to run off.
Jacoby Wade back deep for Conway. 3rd punt of the night for A.J. Woods. Snaps high. A.J. gets it. It's a knuckleball that hits the 47. It's going to take a nice Springdale roll.
That's what we needed.
Inside the 35, and going to roll dead at the 31, and that's where Conway will take over. No timeouts,
Yep.
1:23 to go in the half.
Well, at least they flipped the field. That was a good punt.
Very good punt.
Yep.
40-yard kick, his longest of the year. And
now just be smart right here. Nobody gets behind you. Nobody gets behind you, and just play smart. You know what they're going to do. You got it right here. You got to make sure you don't break coverage right here.
3 wide receivers near side. Amolo in the shotgun. He'll throw. Springdale brings the blitz. It's picked up. Amolo with time. Fires pass complete. O'Neal. Across the 50-yard line, and he'll be run out of bounds at the 48.
That's a situation. If you see that, you let him sit in the pocket. That guy's got an amazing arm. He throws well. That ball's got great spin on it. We've got to do a good job. We got to stay on these guys. 19-yard pickup. They're going to do pretty much the same thing.
Pass caught far side. Day-Day's going to bring him down at the 37. And out of bounds stops the clock.
Yeah, that's, they're moving the ball. Time's not going to be an issue for them because they move so fast anyway. Down the sideline right here.
That pass going to go incomplete, looking for Henderson on the far side.
Yeah, and I saw that back wheeling out the back door right there, and you knew. And of course, that quarterback, he's got such a great arm. He just kind of flicks it there.
Yeah, it's not an elongated release. I mean, it's gone quickly.
It's almost like a little baseball throw,
1:05 to go here in the half. 21-0 our score. Amolo in the shotgun.
Oh, double sides.
There you go.
Yeah. That's what they don't.
So it's a 5-yard penalty. It'll back him up. Bring up 2nd down and 15. And Springdale just needs a stop here.
Yeah,
Kind of stem the
they need to
tide a little
stop.
bit.
They do. You know, at some point that I'd like to see some kind of rush on him. Don't let him just sit back there. But it's hard to do that because you got to have him in coverage. You got to pick your poison there where it's.
Pomolo flushed. That pass complete to O'Neal. They're going to say complete. Yeah, they're going to give it to him at the 29, or excuse me, the 24-yard line.
And that's the thing. They do such a great job when he breaks contain right there. Those receivers follow with him.
1st and 10. Amolo. Pass complete to O'Neal again. You run out of bounds at the 13. Vonnie runs him out of bounds. And it's now 1st and 10, 53 seconds to go in the half. There's that wheel route. Amolo with time. Now being chased by Arroyos, and he's going to throw it into the ground, incomplete.
You know, he does such a great job. You know, it's he gets pushed out of the pocket. The receivers are covered. He throws it at their feet. You know, stops the clock.
46 seconds to go in the half. Molo in the shotgun. Amolo. Got a man open in the end zone. It's O'Neal again. Touchdown Conway.
Wow.
So Conway goes 69 yards in 7 plays. They've exploded here in the second quarter for 20 points, pending the extra point. They've taken a comfortable 27-0 lead.
You know, that's one of the things you and I talked about, not getting that quick score because they get the ball the second half.
Right. Major Mahar on to try the extra point. His kick's on the way. And good. Our new score with 40 seconds to go in the half. Conway 28, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Sometimes a dream car has nothing to do with horsepower or performance.
My dream car is the one that gets me to my job every day. The one that lets me help a friend in need.
I didn't think I had the credit. My credit score wasn't that good. But Car-Mart believed in me.
They believed in me. My dream car, a 2016 Nissan Sentra. What's yours?
America's Car-Mart. You keep the dream, and we'll keep you on the road.
40 seconds to go in the half, and Springdale going to get the football one last time. They have one timeout, and I can't imagine they're going to get too adventurous here.
No, they're going to, you know, depends on, I'm sure they're going to see what kind of return they can get. And they've kind of kicked to the same person the last couple of times, and I would assume they're probably going to try to do that again here.
Yeah.
And looks like he's got it teed up looking that way, so I think we'll probably take a knee, get it into the half, and try to make some adjustments right here.
This one going to come to Khalil at the 9. Khalil marks. Trying to find a little bit of room. Khalil going to be caught from behind out past the 20-yard line. And that's where Springdale will take over here. And you got to imagine that a little frustrating, I think, for Springdale, simply because little things.
The way they started,
yeah. Just little things have kind of gotten them, and this has gotten away from them a little bit.
You know, and that's the thing you talk about. When you do little things against a team like this, it can get away really quick, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like we've got to set up for just kind of take a knee and let's go to half. Let's make some adjustments on both sides of the ball here.
So Jack will go under center. He'll take a knee, and that should do it for the first half. They haven't reset the play clock.
There it is.
Yep, there it goes. So as the clock winds down here, Coach, just give me some quick thoughts.
Well, like I said, the game kind of got away a little bit just on some little things like you talked about. So we got to get those little things corrected. And anytime you do it against athletes like this, #1 team in the state, unfortunately, those kind of things take over.
Yeah, Conway's a good football team, and you know they're #1 for a reason. But that's our score after 2 quarters. Conway 28, Springdale nothing. Coach and I will be right back with a halftime show. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. And it's good.
Introducing the Springdale Public Schools Paper Football Tournament. Get ready for a showdown like no other, where the game comes alive on paper. It's not just a child's game, it's a battle of wits. Who will claim victory and etch their name in Springdale history? Experience the thrill of victory only on the Springdale Athletic Foundation YouTube channel.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Welcome back to Conway. Our halftime score, Conway 28, Springdale nothing. Our halftime show is brought to you by Springdale Athletic Foundation, Tyson Foods, McClarty Daniel, Harps Food Stores, Arvest Bank,
Ladies and gentlemen, please
and
welcome
5H Photography.
Conway Cheer.
We've got a lot to talk about. Coach and I will be back to do it here very shortly. Enjoy the halftime show. Coach and I will be back very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Conway Cheer. The fans, welcome now to the field your Conway High School dance team. dance.
I found a silver lining. We were down 42-7 in the half last year. So, we were crazy. And that 7 probably came because we already had their subs. We dropped 42-0. So, and you can always go making 4 plays, score out. Like I said, didn't anticipate a win down here. Just hope for a miracle. Good evening and welcome to the field, the Conway High School Wampus Cat Marching Band. The band is under the field command of drum majors Kerry Brewington and Garrett Butler. Soloists for this evening's performance are Adele Moyaga, Claire Sledge, and Ian Mendez Sosa. Featuring the music of Gene Wilder and Dmitri Shostakovich, the band presents a portion of their 2023 show, Beyond Imagination.
Ladies and gentlemen, the band is under the direction of Nathan Cunningham, Todd Johnson, Nikki Cook, Kerry Blakemore, Matthew Hines, Taylor John, Mary Poppelrider, and Scott Strickland. Color guard techs for the band are Tristan Nash and Cheyenne Ramey. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, First Security Bank for sponsoring a redesign of the band's equipment truck, and Ace Hardware for providing rehearsal equipment to the band. Thank you.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Harps. Hometown fresh.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Thank you for supporting the Fuel and Feet program. I'm Jared Park. Without your help, this program would not be possible. I support the Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
Hi, my name is Brett Hobbs. I'm the head football coach at Springdale High School. Thank you for making an investment into the future of athletics in our community of Springdale. We support Springdale Athletic Foundation because they care about our student athletes.
The Fuel and Feed program raises money to help pay for pregame and postgame meals for kids and coaches. In addition, we raise funds to buy athletic footwear for students to compete in. I am Donald Tucker, president of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Please take this time to help our students and coaches. Visit the link on the screen to donate now.
Thank you for your support.
On behalf of Springdale Schools Athletics, I want to say thank you.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected.
If you need that love, support, somebody to push you, to tell you can do it, I would tell them to come to Pam Transportation. It's a family here. It's not just a regular company. They will look after you. They will show you that you are important, you are welcome here.
Joe and Larry here with Sam's Furniture. We just wanted to thank you for your business and to let you know that your purchase helps serve so many people.
That's right. The culture here at Sam's is to love and serve others in our community and around the globe. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many organizations we partner with.
You enable us to invest in our children, teachers, veterans, development in Africa, and distributing wheelchairs to those in need around the world. You are a part of this. So from the Sam's Furniture family to yours,
Thank you. Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
Try the 3-and-3 meal at Slim Chickens. 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders paired with 3 perfectly fried wings, shaken in your choice of house flavors. Served with fries, Texas toast, and a medium drink. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken. Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
What if we told you you could buy your next home without having to compromise? That's exactly what the Schuber-Mitchell Come Home Savings Program can do for you. Choose between a $5,000 design studio allowance, a $7,500 luxury kitchen and bath upgrade, $3,500 in closing costs, or a 0.5% rate buy down, saving you thousands over the life of your loan. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Come home to a place you love. Head to Schuber-Mitchell's website today to take advantage of this limited time offer.
Hello and welcome. My name is Donald Tucker, and I'm the president of the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Thank you for taking interest as we embark on an exciting chapter in our mission to support the Springdale Public School District Athletic Department. The Springdale Athletic Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that has been passionately working towards one goal for the past 12 years, raising funds for the Springdale Public School District Athletic Department. Every dollar we raise goes directly back into the foundation to help support the dreams and aspirations of our district's incredible students. Our commitment to the district's children is unwavering. We believe that athletics plays a vital role in the personal growth, character development, and overall well-being. That's why we need your help today. By partnering with us, you become an integral part of our journey to empower and uplift these young athletes. I encourage you to visit our website, www.springdaleathleticfoundation.org, where you can find out more information about our organization, our impact, and how you can help support. Every contribution, big or small, makes a difference in the lives of our district kids. In an effort to continue to provide for our students and connect families across the country, this year we are taking our efforts to a whole new level. We're excited to announce that the Springdale Athletic Foundation is taking ownership of the live stream broadcast for the Springdale Public School District Athletic Games. That's right, Springdale sports captured by Springdale kids the Springdale way. Now you can tune in and join us for the excitement of Friday Night Lights or March Madness, all from the comfort of your own home. So come out and support. Tune in live or just relive the moment, wherever, whenever.
Shot on the way, and go!
So I invite you to stand with us, partner with the Springdale Athletic Foundation, and be a part of something truly special. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of our district kids and ensure that Springdale sports continues to set the standards in athletics across the state.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Welcome back to Conway. 28-0 our score at halftime. So, Coach, look, first quarter, couldn't have drawn it up any better. 7-0 after the first quarter, but unable to move the ball in the second quarter, and Conway took advantage of it.
Exactly. And that's one of those things, as high-powered as they are, and you talked about, you kind of alluded to little things. Mm-hmm. And as soon as the little things happened against us, they took advantage of every one of them.
Springdale's run more plays. I mean, they've run 29 plays, but just 95 yards of total offense. Right. And I mean, that's credit to the guys in the blue jerseys tonight. They're an excellent football team, but a couple of things go Springdale's way. This game's a whole lot closer than 28-0.
And to me, the turning point I thought was when we got the big play on the counter option, we got the holding, and that just kind of set us back, and we just never recovered after that.
Conway with 249 yards of total offense in the first half, and they're going to get the football first. And at 28-0 here, you need a big stop from your defense. Every my coaches used to tell us every comeback starts somewhere. Exactly. And it's going to start with the defense here. And you and I were talking during halftime. I mean, Springdale doesn't feel like they're overwhelmed here.
Right.
It's just little things against a team like this add up to a lot.
Exactly, because they are so high-powered. The quarterback's a great athlete. Mm-hmm. Their receivers are really good athletes, and they spread it out, and they're going so fast. They get it to the athletes in open space, and all they got to do is make one guy miss.
Yeah, it's still hot here. It's 81. It's 81 degrees outside, and Springdale is, Springdale's not as deep as Conway. Conway, put a second team defense in there at the end of the half, and we talk about it, body blows,
Right.
and Springdale needs that to pay off here in the third quarter, but it starts with this defensive possession.
This first drive of the series right here is going to be key for us, and definitely got to come out and start defensively really well.
Shout out to my mom who's watching back in Virginia. Mom, go to bed. It's late. You're old. It's late. But look, Springdale's got a lot to work on here in the second half, and this is one of those things. I mean, this is a proving ground. Hey, this is a team that's going to make the playoffs for sure. You're a team that wants to make the playoffs.
That's right.
This is a measuring stick game here. You got to bow up here in the second half.
Exactly.
Keep yourself in the ball game. You even said it at halftime. I mean, we've come down here a lot of times where it just, it's over at the end of the first quarter. This team's still in here fighting.
Exactly, and all it takes is one or two plays right there. And for us, confidence-wise, this is a game, because we're playing a team like this, can pay off later on for us.
Yeah, a couple of busts in the secondary on 3rd and 17. You get a touchdown pass. Springdale's played well. They just haven't finished the job here in the first half.
Those are some of the things as a young team, changing offense and things of those nature. Defensively, we got to all put that together and play together and just finish.
So Springdale going to send the defense out here. A.J. Woods is going to kick it off. And, what's the first thing you're looking for here on the defensive side? Coach Hobbs got them huddled up here at the 5-yard line. And, pretty animated discussion going on over there right now.
I think kind of what you talked about. This drive is huge. He wants the kids to come out, go play hard.
Yep.
Let the chips fall, go play hard.
So Springdale will kick it off. This Conway team, they knocked off Bentonville last week. They're going to play again next week, and then everybody jumps into conference play after that.
Yeah, we get a week off next week, so we're into this game making sure everybody gets the reps, gets better, keep them healthy, and then we got to get ready for Heritage that following week.
Leading rusher for Springdale in the first half, Jack Pounders. He had 45 yards on 6 carries, had a couple of nice runs along the 20, but really not a whole lot of offense. And let's see what kind of adjustments the coaching staff has made. This is a unique defense that Conway has thrown at you.
Yeah, like I said, they've added another extra man down on the line, and this is an offense where from week to week you're going to see something different or a tweak here and there defensively every time you line up. So in practice, they have to prepare for that. Yeah. So they have their different pods that they work at, and it helps that they can see different looks every single, because you really don't know what you're going to see till you get out here.
Jacoby Wade and Chris O'Neill are going to drop back deep for Conway. A.J. Woods has it teed up. Glad to have you along here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Our third game of the year. Springdale 1-1 coming in.
For the Wampus Cats.
AJ will get into it. It's going to come near side, end over end. Wade's going to field it at the 3. This is Jacoby Wade. He's got a hole. Wade across the 25, and now he's loose. Jacoby Wade, 45-yard line, 50, and he is going to set sail down the sideline for a Conway touchdown. And
looks like we got some laundry back here.
Yeah, we do. So this is going to be coming back.
Yep.
Block in the back. So Conway's going to get the football here, but we'll see where. It looks like the flag was dropped at the 25-yard line. We'll see where they finally end up.
This is going to be, this first play is going to be big. Just making sure, one, you get lined up and make sure we don't break coverage here. The quarterback's really kind of not been pushed a little bit, and we got to make sure and try to add something to it.
So the penalty is going to mark them back to the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Again, 249 yards. Here's the crazy stat. 249 yards total offense in the first half for Conway. 224 of that through the air. Springdale's really held up in the run game. Here's a Molo. His pass incomplete near side. Looking for Anderson on that one. Amolo on the night, 12 out of 16, 224, 4 touchdowns. Leading rusher for the Wampus Cats, Davidson, 8 carries, 19 yards. Here's Amolo again. Fires. Across the middle, 20-yard line, 25. Pass complete. Michael Dickerson.
Those are things, safety came down and missed a tackle. You can't miss those tackles. You got to be able to make those tackles.
Ball's going to be sent at the 29, 1st and 10. Here's Amolo again. He's going long. He's got O'Neal, and it sails over his head. Incomplete. Brandon Lauder applying pressure. And we didn't see a lot of this in the first half with them just, lining up and just slinging it as far as they could.
Well, he just threw that one about 56 yards.
And it's just a flick of the wrist for him.
I'm telling you, it is. It's amazing.
Second down, 10. Pass incomplete. I don't know if that's an RPO or not, but Brandon Lauder had that run stuffed.
Yeah. Well, I think just about, anytime they're faking and going through, you're going to see that. And they're going to hold that defensive line every time with that back.
Third down, 10. Amolo in the shotgun. He'll throw. Straight drop. Amolo looks near side. Now he's going to take off and run. He's going to get first down yardage up to the 40-yard line.
Those are those things you can't, he's so elusive, you can't let that guy get.
Put it down at the 40. It's an 11-yard pickup and a first down. It's Amolo's first run of the night.
See, that's putting a little pressure on him, just enough to kind of make him have to be uncomfortable.
Second down, 10.
4 incompletions here to start the second half for Donovan Amolo, who was incredibly accurate in the first half.
I'm watching these officials. They're slinging balls in and out and trying to set the ball. They're trying to look for the play. And, of course, we already talked about they try to get the play in as quickly as possible.
Just over a minute gone here, third quarter. Amolo with Henderson alongside. This is Henderson straight ahead, and he'll get 45-yard line. Lauder will finish him up.
Well, he just kind of squeezed through there. He's not a big running back, not as big as that other one. He's just quick.
6-yard pickup brings up third down and 4. Conway 3 out of 5 on third downs. Here's Amolo. Pass across the middle, complete, first down.
They do so many crossing routes. Amolo just kind of sits there in the middle, and he just waits for him to get open.
First and 10, ball at the 45 in Springdale territory. Amolo will throw again. Looking for Jackson Anderson. That goes incomplete. And this looks more like the offense I think we expected to see from Conway.
No doubt.
Clock stops, 10:21 to go.
That receiver goes out, they get another receiver. The ball's still in the end zone, and they're snapping the football right now.
Amolo to throw. Swings it near side. This is Henderson with room. Springdale going to drag him down at the 36, and it'll bring up a third down and short. And we'll call it 2. Third down and 2. Ball's at the 37. 4 wide receivers set. Amolo straight ahead Henderson. He's got the first down to the 35-yard line. Conway 11 plays, 40 yards on this drive. Not even 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Davidson checks back in. He's the bigger of the two backs. Here he comes on the counter. Springdale's got that one pretty well defensed.
And going back to what you were talking about, that's just kind of that walking, freeze, kind of delayed look there. And now they go back to the empty set.
Amolo alone in the shotgun. He'll throw. Pressure coming. He's got a man wide open right down the middle. Nice catch on the far side.
Wow. That was a really good adjustment. Looked like we got some defensive backs kind of talking to each other, like they obviously had a broken coverage or miscommunication on the deep end there, and that's those are those things you talked about, the little things.
Jonathan Smith with the touchdown reception. 9:33 to go here in the third quarter. Our score is now 34-0. Major Mahar on to try the extra point.
And you talked about this, not giving up that 35, because once that happens,
clock will start running. Mahar, his extra point is good. So our new score, 35-0 Conway. We'll be right back. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
What's the only thing better than ordering your Whataburger favorites right on your phone? Earning free Whataburger while doing it. Download the Whataburger app to get started, just like you like it.
Hi, this is Zach Arns, the voice of the Springdale Bulldogs. Are you looking for a new career? Would you like to become a professional truck driver? The CDL Training School in Tawnytown, Arkansas is now opened and accepting new students. You can earn your CDL in just 3 short weeks with employment after you finish school, and PAM Transport will cover your tuition. You will train in the same equipment you will drive once you earn your CDL. Plus, students also receive a $100 weekly stipend during training. Don't wait another minute. Call PAM Transport today. 888-498-2549. That's 888-498-2549.
So we've entered the sportsmanship phase here in Arkansas high school football. The clock will run continuously throughout the end of the game here. Major Mahar's got it teed up back deep for Springdale. Vonnie Williams, Khalil Marks, Dede Fan. It's going to come to Dede Fan's going to get out to about the 20-yard line, and that's about it, an 11-yard return.
Well, now our offense has got to come out and just do what they do right here. You know, slow the game down, and the clock's going to run. So,
well, this is look, Conway's a terrific football team, and they're number 1 for a reason.
Right.
But this is an opportunity here to start building and executing some things that maybe look, you want to score, but you want to execute.
Right.
Something they haven't done to this point. They've had opportunities, just haven't gotten it all together yet. 1st and 10 for Springdale. It's Marks in motion. They'll pitch it to him. Khalil makes a guy miss, and he's going to fight his way up maybe to the 23-yard line, and that's about it, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah. And see, like I said, they added an extra lineman. They took a linebacker, dropped him back at kind of a deeper, almost like a free safety, and he's running with the ball. And on motion, all the linemen are sliding. They're slanting to that side.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's where the counter comes in.
Right. And that was the play we had earlier, but we had the hold on, and that kind of, I don't know, just kind of changed the complexity of the game earlier.
So 2nd down. Jack will go under center. It's Marks in motion. Now they try Noel Howard, trying to get to the outside. Noel going to get run out of bounds, no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that's that safety just sitting in the middle, and he's just rushing him out. That's where that last week and the toss has been so good, and that's something we haven't seen. The toss, and they got those 2 guys outside, like I was telling you, 2 in or 2 out. And they've got those overhang players outside.
3rd down, call it 7. Springdale's only attempted 1 pass tonight. Straight ahead, Lodgkit still going. He's going to get real close to 1st down yardage. Looks like they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, I think, they're giving it to him. Sure are. That's a good hard run, that good extra effort right there. And those are the kind of things you want to see right now.
Yep.
You want to see those things. Our offense gets the first down.
Well, with that guy, effort's never going to be an issue with Lodgkit.
Exactly. But you hope we feed from that offensively, and our kids have to be able to feed from that.
So Springdale picks up the 1st down. Clock running, 6:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Jack will pull it. Nice move there by Noel. Just couldn't break the tackle.
Yep.
He's going to wind up losing a yard, and it's going to be 2nd down and 11. Springdale really struggling to run outside, and let's be honest, Conway can run.
Yeah, they definitely do a good job stringing us out, and they've got those extra players out there, and we're trying to make those adjustments. And this is a good test for us. Not only offensively, but the coaches are seeing some new things that they can get adjusted to, and against a team like this, it's good.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lodgkit not going to get much there. Probably going to lose a yard on that. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Try a little trap there.
Yeah.
3rd down and 12.
Now 3rd down and long. As a defense in a 3rd and 12, you're used to, hey, this is a passing down. But with this offense, there is no way that you can be absolutely sure. So third down. We'll call it 12. Jack. Counter option pitches. Khalil Marks trying to get around the corner, gets to the 30-yard line, and that's about it. Springdale's going to have to kick the football.
Yep. You know, and that was that counter again that they came in with early, and it did work on the safety because he had to go at a different angle, and we had that, but the outside perimeter block wasn't there like we normally have it.
A.J. Woods will come on to kick. 3 kicks today, 32-yard average. Jacoby Wade will go back. He returned the kickoff,
right?
But they got called back for the hold. And this is just one of those teaching moments. Look, the Conway is further along in their program than Springdale is, and I was talking to the Conway TV guys today, and it's like I started looking through our lineup, and most of our guys are back next year.
Right.
A.J. gets off an end-over-end kick. Wade calls for the fair catch at the 43-yard line, and that's where Conway will take over.
3-yard line.
You know, it wasn't exactly what we would have probably wanted right there, because we didn't put points on the board. But you know, again, we're going against a team. We're seeing some things. We're seeing speed like we may not see overall the rest of the season.
Some changes in Springdale's defense. Raxon Reshin's checked in, number 42. New quarterback in the game for Conway. It's Max Owen. He's going to throw far side pass, incomplete.
You know, with the way it is, you've got guys going in and out. You got kids. This is a chance too to get some more kids some playing time.
Absolutely, and
both sides.
Springdale building depth here, something they haven't had in quite some time.
And that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll probably see Rancel or Alana in the next series get some carries, but that's what you do. Good strong hit there. Michael Dickerson on the stop, maybe a yard.
Yep.
And it's good to see him out there still fighting. That was Irwin on the carry.
You got some young guys, like you said. Raxon's out there to get some plays.
Yeah, first time we've called his name. So, again, a young guy just getting to play for the first time, get his feet underneath him. Springdale jumps off sides.
You know, those are things that that's just a discipline thing there. Doesn't matter if it's a first team, second team. To me as a coach, I'm looking at that like, look, your job is not to jump offside. That's just straight discipline.
Clock running, 2:45 to go here in the third quarter.
49-yard line.
4 wide receivers set for Conway. They snap the ball, and the ball's on the ground, and Owen's now got to run with it. He's going to be swallowed up. The 46-yard line is going to bring up fourth down. I don't think he was ready for that one.
No, he wasn't ready, and to be honest, the defensive line on our side really wasn't ready either. You know, so we gave them 5 free ones, but they gave it back to us.
So it's going to bring up fourth down, and they're going to go.
Yeah.
Owen in the shotgun. Tries to draw him off sides again.
Get down.
12 on the play clock. Owen will throw. Pass. Nice play there.
Great job right there.
Going deep into the line of the Jesse Erdrich.
Yeah, that was a great
play,
break on the ball.
Yeah, it was. And you know what? I mean, he was a young guy last year that got thrown in some uncomfortable situations due to injury. But he had a great game against Farmington.
He did.
And and he's not afraid to come up and stick you.
And that's what you got to have, and that's a great job. We get the ball right here. It's a good job for us.
Springdale get the ball, first and 10 ball, 46-yard line, and now an opportunity to, punch this thing in. Clock's running, 1:25 to go in the quarter, and with the sportsmanship rule, this thing rolls very quickly. So Springdale's not going to get a whole bunch more possessions. That's Khalil in motion. Here's Lodgkit.
I think Jack kept it out there.
Oh, Lodgkit had it.
Yeah.
I'm following Lodgkit. Yeah, Jack kept it, and they wound up losing 3 on that.
And that's Jack. You can see Jack saying that's mine. That's on me. And that's unfortunate in this offense. Sometimes that happens. And if you're reading it correctly, whatever they do is wrong, as long as you get it read correctly. So he knows it was him.
So second down. It's Khalil in motion. This time it's Lodgkit straight ahead.
There you go.
We'll get down inside the 45-yard line, down to the 43.
Yeah, that was a good job there. Good read. They just kind of went back to it there, and they'll probably come back and they got 3rd and long here, so they're going to try to get some of those yards back to get them a 4th and manageable.
It'll It'll bring up third down. We'll call it 7. The line makes the 36. Pounders under center. Yeah, I think the ball's on the ground. I think Conway has it. And they do.
You know, those are things that, well, you just got to eliminate those kind of things. And you got things moving your way, and you just, I don't know, it's almost like they just kind of gave in right there on that play. And
Springdale turns it over for the first time tonight. And that comes with zeros on the clock to end the third quarter. So we're going to head to the fourth quarter here. Our score, Conway 35, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Changes for Conway at quarterback. Wesley Tapp has checked in.
Yeah, I noticed them warming up. They got 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks over there.
Yeah, they do. They all look the same. First and 10 for Conway. Ball at the 44-yard line. There's that little delay draw. Jaden Polite said, heck no. Springdale's done a really nice job against their run game.
Yeah, they sure have.
They're going to give him a 1-yard loss on that. Will get credited for the TFL. Second down and 11. Tap the throw. Throws far side pass, incomplete.
Boy, he's got a nice ball. You can definitely tell it's different, though.
Clock running, 11:22 to go in the ball game. We're off next week. They'll get a chance to kind of regroup a little bit. Got Heritage coming in on the other side of that. Nation Television. Minutes to go here in the ball game. Will Upton has it teed off, dropping back deep for Springdale. It's like Day fans going back. David Frazier going to go back. It's like Jacoby Mason as well. So Springdale getting a bunch of guys on the field that really haven't seen any action so far this year. This is the proper time to do it for sure.
Yeah, they got a chance to get some reps, and those are quality reps that they're getting.
Upton's kick coming near side, going to bounce at the 10. This is Connor. He's going to be held up at the 14-yard line, and that's where Springdale will start. And we're going to get a flag.
And
so we'll sort this out. There was some pushing and shoving at the end of it.
Personal foul against Conway.
I knew that one was coming. I didn't know how many they were going to get.
Yeah, there was another little pushing match.
Yeah, that's what I was curious.
And I think the official on our side just kind of talked to him and said, "Look, we're not going to have that, guys."
So Conway, they've got an interesting game next week. They play Ouachita Parish out of Louisiana, and they're on the road down there. So going out of state for their final non-con game before we start conference play in a couple of weeks. Reminder, we're off next week. 2 weeks we'll be at home, we'll be on the road with Rogers Heritage. It's Noel in motion. They're going to play action. Jack is under pressure, and he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. Looking for Khalil and Braden Connor. They had run kind of a switch route out there. Jack just couldn't get on the football.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a Springdale football here on Springdale Athletics Foundation Television. Harbor, let's see, no, they're at home next week. They've got Mustang, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think they're open tonight.
Yep, over in Tawny Town. Lodge Kid straight ahead. We got a helmet that's hit the floor. Maurice
Looks like
Oliveira.
Maurice Oliveira, yeah.
Maurice kept playing. Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
He played for me at George, and that's what he's a hard playing kid. That's him.
So 3rd down, 9 yards. Clock running, 5:30 to go in the ball game.
You know, this is point two. Sometimes it's not at the score, but it's those wins and losses in between. You know, what are some good things we can take from this and moving forward? I think you kind of mentioned that earlier.
Jack's going to go down back at the 29-yard line, and yeah, give Conway credit. I mean, this is not an easy offense to defend, and they have done a nice job tonight.
Yeah. They sure have, and that was a play that ran the counter, and we just didn't get that backside guy blocked, and when he turned, he was getting ready to pitch the ball, and the guy was already in his face there.
Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. A.J. Woods coming in to try the punt. Back deep for Conway. They've had a rotating group back there is number 10. That is Jonas Cecil. Snap's good. AJ gets it away, kind of a knuckleball that's going to come near side, hit at the 47 and roll across the 50-yard line, and that's where Conway will start with 4:22 to go in the ball game. And as we spin this forward going into the bye week, I mean, you got to feel good about where you are. You let one slip away against Harrison. I think they all feel like they should have won that ball game. And you know, you got Farmington. This was going to be tough no matter what.
You knew coming into this one what you were going to get. That's exactly right.
So I don't think there's any reason for them to hang their heads or feel like they are in any way not contenders for the playoffs out of the 7A West. Start that march in 2 weeks against Rogers Heritage. This is Irwin, who scored the touchdown on the last drive. He's going to get across the 45-yard line into Springdale territory.
And again, you know, you can tell this is their offense.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah,
they're not going to change.
They're not going to quit.
You know, that's what they do. And as a coach, that's what you got to do. You're getting these kids ready for the future. Yeah. So you have to run the offense. And I know sometimes people don't understand that sometimes, but you know, we got to do our offense. They got to run their offense. You're trying to get kids in.
You know, Buck James never knows when he might need these kids.
Exactly.
There's a pass near side, that ball off the hands of the intended receiver and incomplete.
You can definitely tell the different skill sets.
Oh yeah.
By all means, but they're running the same play, same formations. They're snapping the ball quicker.
Zach Klubeth, the intended receiver.
Just like they need to. You know, you got young kids in the game, so this is huge. I think, you know, Coach Hobbs, again, no, we didn't put the points we needed to up on the scoreboard, but at the same time, I think he's doing a really, really good job with what he's got down here, and his coaching staff's come together. They bought into the offense. So, you know,
there's Amari Davis on the carry, Derek Jones with the tackle. And look, you can be disappointed in the result. I don't think you're disappointed in the effort.
Effort, right.
And look, effort's what you want.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Effort's what's going to build the future. Effort's what's going to take you to the next game. You're playing a team you knew coming into. It's number one in the state, okay? And you know going into that, you got to play a great game to give yourself. The first quarter, we felt like we played pretty good.
1st and 10 for Conway, ball at the 37. It's Davis again, Derek Jones first there for Springdale. Looks like that's Easton Hahn also in on the tackle for Springdale. Clock continues to run here, 1:45. Springdale freely substituting on the defensive line. And look at a guy that I love. Number 55 here, Shem Paul.
Shem Paul, yeah. He played for us at George, too, and I'm telling you, his motor runs.
That's what Coach was saying. He's like Lodge Kid on defense.
Yes.
Just loves the contact.
He does.
This is Davis, straight ahead. Davis is loose into the red zone, and Springdale's going to track him down. He's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. He sure did. Nice run there by Amari Davis. And Conway's going to score again to make it 48-0 with under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter.
You know, and again, that's their offense.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, and we got to get our young kids ready to stop that and be able to play. And you know, we talk about it, you know, at practice. You got to practice hard every single rep. And sometimes some of these young kids may not get the exact reps. They got to be watching, paying attention. So when they do get a chance to get in, they can play.
Upton's extra point is good. We'll take a quick break. 35 seconds to go in the ball game. Conway 49, Springdale nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Final score tonight, Conway 49, Springdale nothing. Coach and I will be back to break it down in our post-game show. Hope you'll join us for that. We'll talk about next week as well. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.
Accidents are never planned, but no matter how small, every emergency that involves a child is a big deal. It's everything. That's why we're here. Arkansas Children's Northwest offers the only pediatric emergency room in Northwest Arkansas with fast access, pediatric experts, and kid-sized care. Peace of mind when you need it most.
Our final score tonight, Conway 49, Springdale nothing. Our post-game show is brought to you by Springdale Athletic Foundation, Tyson Foods, McClarty Daniel, Slim Chickens, Trade Pro, United Federal Credit Union, Tacos for Life, and Storms and Swiderski Orthodontics. So, Coach, we got to look at what is the best team in the state of Arkansas, the Conway Wampus Cats, and I think they delivered tonight. They were certainly impressive.
Yeah, they're a very talented team, and they've got athletes all over the field.
Yeah, they've got weapons, and they've got weapons, weapons in the second and third teams, and Springdale will get there sooner or later, probably sooner than later. They are certainly on the rise. This is a team that came to compete, and for the first 12 minutes, they were right there.
They were. They did exactly what they needed to do. They held the ball. They maintained, the time, and they did a good job. It's just unfortunate, like you said early on, they let a couple of things, the little things, slip, and when that happened, it just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, and look, Conway is they are a state title contender for a reason. They have a coach who's won 5 state titles in a row, so they're certainly a little bit further along in their program. Let's talk about Springdale going into the bye week. I think they feel pretty good at 1-2. They let one slip away week one.
Right.
Got Farmington into the losing streak there. This, like we said, is probably going to be a tall ask, but competed hard, didn't feel like they were overwhelmed.
Right.
And, they're going to go back to the drawing board, get a couple days off, and then get ready for Rogers Heritage.
And you mentioned this several times. They didn't feel like they were overwhelmed. And I think that's something that you and I get to see because we see the kids, and we get to see that development from week to week. And that's something this year is a lot different than it has been in the
Very, very
past.
much so. Coach Hobbs has them down on the field right now, and they're talking. And look, Houston Nutt used to say it. Don't let go of the rope.
Right.
And you're going to go into the bye week. You're going to correct some things, and you got to realize the team you just played is an outlier. you're not going to see too many teams like this. Maybe Fayetteville, maybe Bentonville, but they're where they are for a reason.
That's right. That's exactly right. And like I said, Buck James does a good job. I've known him for a long time, and he's very disciplined. He's very hard-nosed. He's very old school in what they do. The Conway was a team that watched him 5 times in a row win, so they know when he came here what they're getting.
Yeah, it was certainly an interesting look at one of the best teams in the state, and Springdale certainly stood toe-to-toe with them for the first, for the first 18 minutes of the ball game. Springdale was right there. Just a couple of busted plays, a couple of things that that holding penalty you've talked about it on the counter option that took away a first down that would have kept a drive going. Little things like that, and that's what young teams do.
Exactly.
And they're going to get better going into next week, and then get ready for conference play against Rogers Heritage.
That's right. The one thing I like. What Brett has done here is change the culture, and you can see it. This year's so much different. The coaching staff so much different, and the culture of the kids. And I think that goes back to what you said, the effort, and that effort's there. And this year, Coach has done a tremendous job making sure that culture's there.
Absolutely. We are back in 2 weeks. With Rogers Heritage, we'll be on the road up in Rogers off of Olive Street at the old Rogers High School. We'll take on the War Eagles. They're playing tonight as well, and then it's Bentonville West, then it's Harbor, and you see some familiar faces.
That's right. But it's week to week at that point.
Yes, it is.
And it doesn't get any easier. Our kids have to understand it's a grind from this point moving on. They got the week to kind of recover and get some things ready to go to War Eagleville, and let's play football.
Hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. For Caesar and Alexi and Carlos and our entire SAF crew, we bid you good night. Our final score, Conway 49, Springdale nothing. Be safe, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.